Listen and you won't hear a word. Ken Dodd's shouting in silence. Under the brightest of lights, show business is giving a banquet for the top personalities in other walks of life. The Variety Club of Great Britain is holding its monthly luncheon, and today our leading sportsmen are the guests. Stars and star makers are hosts to famous cricketers. Golfers like Pam Tredinnick and Harry Wheatman join the club barkers with athletes, jockeys, every sporting figure you can name. As always, it's a glamorous occasion. The Variety Club's famous for its lunches, but there's more to it than that. You'll find a boxer like Billy Walker breaking training for an occasion like this, as a prelude to a session out in the open air with boys who are trying for the Duke of Edinburgh's Athletic Awards. This is the youth project at Hindleap in Sussex, the biggest in the country. Setting up and supporting welfare projects like this is the Variety Club's concern, for this is one of the world's great charities, the organization in which Show Business International shows its heart. It started 40 years ago in Pittsburgh in the United States, when a baby was abandoned in a cinema one Saturday night. 11 men decided then and there to adopt it. Now there are 10,000 members working to help handicapped and underprivileged children everywhere. Come to a children's home in Surrey with one of Variety Club's mobile cinemas. They take the latest films to children's homes and hospitals throughout the country. And sometimes they show classics like this bicycle chase, filmed 60 years ago. Charity begins at home in the Pathé Pictorial cutting rooms. Everyone in the film business buys and sells raffle tickets, so that the Variety Club now raises nearly £3 million a year for children's charities. It's considered an honour to do a job for Variety. Hear what one famous member, Lord Mountbatten, has to say.
I'm very proud to be one of the only 2 gold card members of the Variety Clubs International, particularly as it is an honour which I share with Prince Philip. My particular interest in children's charities started when my wife became the president of the Save the Children Fund and told me of the stupendous work which the Variety Club does for them. Variety has one of the most honoured names in the world of charity. And of course we carry on our work throughout the year, but it is at Christmas that we reach a peak, for it is at Christmas that show business really shows its heart.
Ingrid Bergman plays Santa Claus, and every member of Variety puts a present under the trees at the Christmas luncheon. Now you're seeing stars. It's no hardship for a star to put his hand in his pocket to buy a Christmas gift for some little unknown child who is crippled or sick. But you'll find in the Variety Club that they give time and thought to their charity work, as well as money. Father Christmas, here in the person of Ian Hendry, delivers the gifts. We've come to one of the many orphanages, where they know that variety always adds a little spice to life. There are scenes like this going on in Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester, Newcastle, Dublin, in Dallas, Texas, Oklahoma, Toronto, Mexico City. Thousands of Father Christmases, each one a barker in Variety Clubs International. And here's a more urgent aspect of their work. This is the sunshine pool at London's Great Ormond Street Hospital for Sick Children. This is something like the Pool of Bethesda, a hydrotherapy pool where weak little limbs get exercise and gain strength. To date, Variety has raised over £13 million to finance a whole range of projects like this. Here's Barker David Jacobs at another hospital, shepherding some youngsters into one of their sunshine coaches. Mostly these coaches are for crippled children. But today, Millicent Martin is taking this bunch of healthy ones to visit their brothers and sisters who are sick. No, there's no room for David on this trip, which is too bad for him, because we've had a whisper that Millie's going to do some entertaining. There's a song she sings in her new film, Stop the World, that the kids would like to hear when they've waved goodbye and settled down.
My mama said I never should play with the young men in the wood. If I did, she would say, naughty little girl to disobey. I'm a typically English rosebud, born of typically English stock, with a typically Anglo-Saxon family tree.
You can tell, can't you?
I received my education in a typically English way at a typically English girls' academy.
I went to Brixton Boys School myself.
I play typically English tennis at a typically English club with a typically English feeling for fair play. I eat typically English crumpets with my typically English tea at the end of every typically English day.
That's funny. We eat fish and chips.
Father is a typically English colonel. Home is a typically English county town.
Somewhere near Swindon.
Mommy and I play typically English patience while the typically English rain is pouring down. We've a typically English bulldog who likes typically English walks past the typically English trees upon the heath. And if anyone asks me how I like this typically English life, I am fed up to my typically